Good morning Kenya, kumadhoche mwankanto nyire. Ni tariki 19 cia mweri wa 8 2024. Ntukwira Meru na Kenya yonthe yeterete kuona ihamba ria gavana Meru Kawira Mwangaza mbere ya mbunge ya Senate. Nireo ya thatu gavana uyu akinyite mbunge ya Senate. Na yonthe ethirite akingatwa ni mbunge ya county Meru na maitia ya kuna watho. Na thai kitu na maiti ya thatu yara MCA bakuwa bare no kuje bokwana bokwingata gavana Kawira Mwangaza na we gavana na kanju yawe baruwa maiti ya tumba kuinga gavana niyo inya ya mauthu nkuluki yara yangethirite ikwayo kiri mbunge ya Senate maita yele yau kabere na ikariganwa ya maingi rais nethirite akiwonwa watetheria gavana Meru Kawira Mwangaza na bo bamwakirira kenda atongeithia Meru. So he said that gavana ethirite choka no ntubu wa siasa kana no ntu boku watonjera kuma na reuru noke aguthe kawa tawanjera ri tairo akawatonjera kana akarekwa nirwari tweterete kuona rwari na ruyu na ruyu ndiro kuri kiringwa chia kwingata kana chokia gavana Meru Kawira Mwangaza rukiro rwari mbere ikarobia Senate wethira bikiambiriria ndi na muthuyi wa siasa Eric Kimathi itukutha tukiolelia jamwe ya maiti ya gavana ringanithitu ayo response ya gavana kenda kumenya way forward imbi Meru bawa expect rwari oy mu Meru ri imbi okwerera kuma kiri mbunge kana kuona kiri mbunge ya Senate tofauti na bila wethirite okiona kiri ikarango bubinge biele bithirite bikithira rani na batu kulukura 40188 namba yetu SMS through live kuri Facebook through live kuri YouTube na through live kuri TV yeku ya Wero kethira nkithoma choki ya kura tuwita na mbere na mubango. Karibu sana bwana Eric.
Thank you very much. Nashukuru sana.
Yes. Now turare ni historic day.
Yes.
Utenga vanongo ikua Senate maita ya thatu kuma devolution irea. In your opinion, outcome ya mantu ya onde ya karate because this is a political process.
True. Boga Mutembe kancho kiankato no ntobwa kubodera kanyaru kironarua na ncho kedi Mutegeri na Mutegeri.
Yeah.
Weru TV. Uni kambuge ikanya kakatibera twaherwe akupli nonto ute rutere thai nya yayo na ngugirere batikwita ko mantu zaza gukareka narua ni gukinyaniria kioto kiria ba framers pakatiba kwithiro nande rero kanengero responsibility kana kanya kaguita ngugi rikana kwina another kwena mtonge kana utongere bonge bo ikanya kagutegerora kugiugwita kana kuringana na sheria ira katibeje twete ko eshimu abetu para tudurite assembly ririyo ja thatu kana Meru barugirira ja tano kwa attempt kuinga Kawira Mwangaza lakini tara tutite Senate narua ni tagarira ja thatu kugeria kumuita ofisine nonto maitia zarea assembly yonete kuringana na sheria governor Kawira Mwangaza na timu ya were did as a governor kana Robert to take responsibility either political or managerial responsibility ya within ambere kwa thirikari ya county ko naru ikona ni yakuketha kutina itonere impeachment ethero na musukumo jo mwingi mono kana muzizimu ko jotu kani kuringana na iwingirario there was really emotions nyingi kwena involvement in political players baba ingi na nye influencers kadhaa ibari na party ya michema lakini ukarika nezi eje karaja kai ja bill ingi presenter assembly itina mwankijo munene muno lakini as at now no kuona assembly based on the experience iraba inayo kuona ni experience yewe ya first time second bagerete ko narrow down to at least 3 noturikana ringe chari nyingi lakini kandikanya Meru tirazima yos uriti yake kosa rimwe amongst makosa chojonde urite go prove kosa rimwe kana count rimwe omba kumiprove na omba ku evidence yayo na justify without mantoa mingi keja ku justify mwake ko prove mwake kawira mwangaza no wane ku itiku ni kanye icho ithatu ira chikitwe narua chomba kuthoma chionde lakini keja kuoneka imwe iria ikonda ikethore na urito bunene yu no yinge mheshimiwa kawira mwangaza ofisina which means nene muno kiri imanisha ithoro ina implication nyingi muno kiri wewe ngwa na trace muno muntu achuite kura aremo kuthiria kitamu yawe 2027 for example ya probably panganite ikethore rose muno kana pigo kubwa kiri campaign ya kawira lakini katuge ikeja kuthirwa makosa jario na assembly ni onete makosa zara ka mheshimiwa kawira mwangaza unite then utubati kuetera 2025 ni Kenya therefore ifunzo nene muno Kenya actually tuga inspire other counties to ensure that could take resort ya ku check government kana county government kiri kukinyaniria kana sheria ira cheki nonto this is a one time kiri season ije ambere I think oro ikitwe Senate ni deputy speaker kengwitikia no ikitwe urokisi deputy governor sorry na nande ni governor wa Kawira Mwangaza the that time ko I kutaka kuona what will happen because at the end of the day ni urawina sheria yugaga urawina twirite mtu no ina evidence nene muno ekwechwa
direro tuwita live Senate ikwambiria mapema unexpected
yes.
So inkoroba ken tutumekiri Senate tonora kuwita tu keep kwa an update yao tumenyora mantu ya kwambiria Senate ken ukaguthuri tayari tuikie mokire bunge ya Senate
and the laws to be found in the letter regarding the illegal revocation of the appointment of the secretary and that is the CEO of the Meru County Assembly. And charge number 2 on gross misconduct, which the members of the County Assembly based the impeachment on. The MCAs alleged that the governor engaged in gross misconduct by deliberately and knowingly misleading the public by giving false information that 86 million shillings had been raised through pay bill number. This is an equity number established under Daniel Muthiani alias Sniper. Our dear viewer, Sniper is a blogger from Meru County who died under mysterious circumstances. And the County Assembly of Meru alleged that the governor misled the public that 86 million shillings had been collected in regards to the monies to assist the family in matters sending off their kin. Well, the correct position is that only partly 286,000 Kenya shillings had been raised. According to MCAs, this was violating the moral and ethical requirements expected of state officers. And this equally is in contravention with Section 19 of the Public Officers Ethics Act and Section 29 on matters leadership and integrity. In regards to this case or charge, the MCAs have presented evidence before the House or are set to adduce this evidence before the House. Remember, this matter is being heard by the Senate plenary. This evidence is in regards to video recordings presented through a flash disk that the bank statement indeed show the collection at 286,000 shillings and not 86 million shillings. On charge number 3, on the basis for the impeachment is on the abuse of office. the members of the County Assembly of Meru are accusing Meru Governor Kawira Mwangaza for having engaged in acts and omissions which singularly and collectively amount to abuse of office and gross violation, among others. This is gross violation of Articles 10, 73, Article 201, Article 223, and Article 232 of the Constitution on matters leadership and integrity, and as well as Anti-Corruption and Economic Crimes Act. On the charge number 3 on abuse of office, the members of the County Assembly of Meru say in their impeachment that the governor abused the office on the following grounds: that there was irregular payment of emergency call allowances to 161 doctors and medical officers using wrong rates, leading to excessive payment of 74 million shillings. And according to the members of the County Assembly, this is in contravention of Section 45, subsection 2, and Section 46 of Anti-Corruption and Economic Crimes Act, as well as Sections 11 and Section 15 of the Public Service Ethics Act, and as well as in contravention of the Leadership and Integrity Act. The matter facing the Meru Governor Kawira Mwangaza, who is facing impeachment charges after the County Assembly of Meru voted to impeach the governor for the 5th time. The governor having been impeached for 5 times. This is, however, the third time that the impeachment has found its way to the Senate. The House last week convened another special sitting after the clerk of the Meru County Assembly and the Speaker wrote to the Speaker of the Senate in regards to the resolution to impeach Governor Mwangaza. The House sat and was deliberating on whether to form an 11-member select committee or whether to hear the matter in plenary. Lastly, the plenary carried the day, and that is why we have the House sitting today and tomorrow to hear and determine the matter. And as to whether the governor for Meru, Governor Kawira Mwangaza, will be saved for a record that time by the Senate, this remains a matter of wait and see, as the senators will be counting on the evidence adduced before the House by the defense as well as the prosecution side. On charge number 3, on which the members of the County Assembly impeached Governor Kawira Mwangaza, is on the charge on abuse of office. And in the annexes in this charge is that Governor Kawira Mwangaza oversaw a county that used manual payroll to pay personnel emoluments amounting to Kenya shillings 102 million shillings. This is being 3.1% of personnel emoluments costs. And according to the members of the County Assembly, this is contrary to Section 6(7) of the County Financing Act and Reporting Manual. The County Assembly is also accusing the County Governor of employing a bloated workforce of at least 111 personnel. These are staff in the office of the Governor, and thus contributing to an increase in the wage bill by more than 500 million shillings and an excess wage bill that is 49% of the annual revenue collected, far beyond the 35% limit that is set by Section 25, subsection 1A and B of the Public Finance Management Regulations of 2015. The governor is also being accused of paying Kiambi Christus Manyara, this is a public communications officer in the office of the governor, his full salary and benefits, which in remand, and this is despite being accused of murder. This is pursuant to section 4.2 of the Public Service Commission, a discipline manual that guides the public service. Further evidence will be adduced to the Senate in regards to the governor's engagement, connivance, as well as complicity in matters abuse of office and the proceeding of gross violation of the above cited provisions of the law. The among other issues is the report of the Auditor General on the County Executive of Meru for the year ended 30th of June 2023. The other evidence will be heavily on the report of the Control of Budget on the county government's budget's implementation review report for the 9 months of the financial year 2023-2024, dated April 2024. Payslips, that has been put as exhibits, and the Public Service Discipline Manual for the public service. A charge sheet at Kiambu High Court on criminal case number E001 of 2024. This is the communications personnel who was being paid a full amount and benefits while they were facing murder charges. And finally, the documents relating to the appointment of Vincent Muthiri Kirimi in the office of the governor. Which members of the county assembly say was in contravention of the law. According to the order of this particular matter, is that the House will be proceeding for a closed session, popularly known as Akamukonji at the Senate, where the House will be deliberating on how the matter will be heard this morning. And majorly, today we'll be having the members of the County Assembly and their council prosecute their case before the Senate this morning in regards to the grounds that led to the impeachment of Meru Governor Kawira Mwangaza. Meru Governor Kawira Mwangaza is not a new face to the Senate, as she has been facing impeachment charges against her for a couple of times. Some have been blocked by the courts. The Meru County Assembly has impeached the Governor Kawira Mwangaza for a record 5 times. This is the 3rd time that the House will be hearing and determining this matter. In the previous 2 cases of impeachment, the Senate has saved Governor Kawira Mwangaza from the impeachment. And we'll be waiting to see how this pans out this time, bearing in mind that this is the 3rd time that the governor for Meru County is appearing before the Senate. Tomorrow, which is the 2nd day of the impeachment hearing and determination, the House will be hearing from the council, from Governor Mwangaza's side. There will be a lot of cross-examination and re-examination. This matter has been scheduled to be concluded before the end of day tomorrow, and according to the order paper, senators have listed by around 5:30 p.m. the House will have had and as well as reached a conclusion on whether to uphold the impeachment charges against the governor or throw them out altogether. So this is technically a case of whether the charges by the Meru County Assembly will be holding any water. That is what the House will be looking for during today and tomorrow's hearing. Our dear viewers, the quorum has been attained. Allow me to hand you over. My name is Gladys Mungai. Enjoy your viewing and good morning.
You have quorum now. Order, honorable senators. We are ready to proceed with the morning session. Clerk, you may proceed to call first order.
Order number 1, communication from the chair.
Honorable senators, I have a communication to make relating to the business of the Senate, scheduled for consideration during this special sitting. On the request of the Senate Majority Leader, via the letter reference number SAN/MLS/GKM/012/2024, dated the 14th of August 2024, and the requested number of senators I appointed today, Monday the 19th of August, and tomorrow Tuesday the 20th of August 2024, as the days for special sittings of the Senate. Honorable senators, the special sittings convened via Gazette Notice number 10123, dated the 16th of August 2024, shall consider the following business. A, the joint report of the National Assembly, Departmental Committee on Administration and Internal Security, and the Senate Standing Committee on National Security, Defense and Foreign Relations on the approval hearing for Mr. Douglas Kanja Kericho, the nominee for appointment to the position of Inspector General of the National Police Service. B, motion on the alteration of Part 4 of the third session of the Senate calendar. And C, hearing and determination on the charges for the proposed removal from office by impeachment of Honorable Kawira Mwangaza, the Governor of Meru County. In accordance with Standing Order 33.5, the business specified in the Gazette Notice referred to above and as outlined in the order paper shall be the only business before the Senate during the special sittings. At the conclusion of business tomorrow, the Senate shall stand adjourned until Tuesday, 3rd September 2024 at 2:30 p.m. in accordance with the Senate calendar or as resolved otherwise. Honorable senators, with regard to the hearing and determination on the proposed removal from office by impeachment of Honorable Kawira Mwangaza, a program has been prepared and appended to the order paper for today. As it is the tradition and in line with the schedule of activities for an impeachment hearing in plenary, the Senate will hold a closed preparatory session to deliberate on the management of the investigation after conclusion of business listed at orders number 2 and 3 in today's order paper. The objective of the preparatory session is to ensure that the process is conducted seamlessly and concluded sumptuously in line with the requirements set out under the County Governments Act and the Senate standing orders. During the pre-hearing, the parties, all members of public, and the media will be expected to withdraw from the chamber and the galleries, and that any form of broadcast from the chamber shall cease forthwith. In accordance with the hearing program for an impeachment hearing in plenary, the open session will commence at 11 a.m. I now direct the clerk to call the next order.
Order number 2, notices of motion.
The Senate Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, I beg to give notice of the following motion, which is the alteration of the Senate calendar. that notwithstanding the resolution of the Senate made on the 15th of February 2024 and the approval of the Senate calendar, pursuant to Standing Order number 32-4, the Senate resolves to extend recess so as to resume regular sittings on Tuesday, the 17th of September 2024, and that the Senate calendar regular sessions for the third session 2024 be altered accordingly.
Next order.
Order number 3, motion, alteration of the Senate calendar.
Proceed, Majority Leader.
Thank you, Speaker. Mr. Speaker, sir, I beg to move the following motion, which is an alteration of the Senate calendar that notwithstanding the resolution of the Senate made on the 15th of February 2024, which is the approval of the Senate calendar pursuant to Standing Order number 32-4, the Senate resolves to extend the recess so as to resume regular sittings on Tuesday, the 17th of September 2024, and that the Senate calendar regular sessions for the third session 2024 be altered accordingly. Mr. Speaker, sir, this has been occasioned by something we all are aware, which is a fact that our recess has been interrupted. Recess is a very important period, Mr. Speaker, in that there is work that goes on beyond the work that we do either in committees or in plenary here in the House, Mr. Speaker. In fact, most of the times, the committees take the recess period to expedite on work that is long standing before them, some petitions, bills, Mr. Speaker, and also members get to find time to interact with their constituents. Work of a senator is not a very easy job, Mr. Speaker. It involves a lot of twists and turns. Being the only elected position in the Republic of Kenya that does not have funds set aside specifically to carry out development, Mr. Speaker, this job of a senator can be quite the task, especially with the mind of the average Kenyan voter who associates work of an elected leader with physical, tangible projects. And therefore, in the absence, Mr. Speaker, of a senator being present and carrying out their oversight responsibilities, many of them would otherwise be thrown out at the next election or easily be rendered, Mr. Speaker, politically relevant. In fact, besides the position of a member of county assembly, I don't think there's any other position that has a higher turnover than that of a senator. And it is on account of that. I specifically left out the position of women representative because that's an affirmative action position, Madam Speaker, and therefore that one presents its own unique challenges. But a position that is open for contest for all citizens, such as that of the Senate, Mr. Speaker, by its own architecture and design, Mr. Speaker, I hope that eventually when we get the opportunity to review this constitution, we will do justice to the office of a senator, Mr. Speaker. Either make it useful, as was the intention, because when the people of Kenya voted in this constitution, they were very clear what they wanted, only that the fine print failed them. The spirit of what they intended to achieve with that of a senator, Mr. Speaker, is not what is actually before them by the office of a senator, Mr. Speaker. Therefore, I was just saying that to remind members of the importance of a recess period, and especially in light of present day conversation across the country, where there's a push to have more accountability from both the national and the county governments, Mr. Speaker, and citizens are increasingly demanding for their voice of members of County Assembly and the Senate, which is the oversight wing, Mr. Speaker, of our county governments, just to ensure, Mr. Speaker, that services are rendered to citizens. Therefore, it is my hope, Mr. Speaker, that with this change of calendar dates, members will find time, Mr. Speaker, to go and be with their constituents, check on the progress of the works that are ongoing, and so on and so forth. Therefore, Mr. Speaker, that is a basis upon which you have made this simple request. With those very many remarks, I want to request the Leader of Minority to second this motion.
Asante Bwana Spika. Bwana Spika, nataka kuunga hoja hii mkono kwa sababu ni hoja muhimu ambayo imekumbana ama inakumba bunge la Senate. Bwana Spika, mara nyingi tunajipata ya kwamba tukiwa tunaenda katika likizo tunaweza kuitwa kwa sababu kuna mambo ya dharura yanaweza kutendeka katika nchi ambapo inataka sisi tuwapatie mwelekeo. Bwana Spika, katika mara nyingi sana tumeona kwamba tumekuja hapa alafu tunaenda likizo alafu tunarudi hapa kwa sababu tumeitwa kwa hoja fulani ambazo zinatakana kuchukuliwa hatua. Bwana Spika, maseneta pia nataka kusisitiza ni kwamba ile position ya Senate inakuwa ni position ambayo iko na changamoto sana. Sio, utaona katika position zile zote ambazo ziko, masenators ni watu ambao pengine hawapati nafasi ya kuweza kutumia matumizi ya pesa kikamilifu, kwa sababu si rahisi kuona kwamba senator ako na kitengo ama ameelekewa kitengo cha pesa ambazo anaweza kutumia wakati inahitajika kama pengine kwa maendeleo. Mara nyingi maseneta wanatumia pesa zao wenyewe. Bwana Spika, ni jambo muhimu hivi sasa ikiwa tutazingatia kwamba yaliyo mbele yetu ni mambo ya kitaifa. Sasa tuko na hii mambo ya gavana uweza kuachishwa kazi, na ndio sababu tumeweza kuja, kwa sababu ni kitu muhimu kuona ya kwamba tumechukua hatua ya kutengeneza uamuzi wa hii kesi ya Kawira. Bwana Spika, vile vile ikiwa tutaweza kugeuza kalenda, itakuwa pia kuwapatia nafasi maseneta ambao wako hapa na wamekuja na alafu watarudi katika mashinani. Kwa hiyo nataka kuunga mkono hoja hii. Asante Bwana Spika.
Honorable Senators, I will now propose the question that notwithstanding the resolution of the Senate made on the 15th of February 2024, approval of the Senate calendar pursuant to Standing Order 32-4, the Senate resolves to extend the recess so as to resume regular sittings on Tuesday, the 17th of September 2024, and that the Senate calendar regular sessions for the third session 2024 be altered accordingly. Now, Honorable Senators, this is a procedural motion. However, you may elect to debate it, or with your concurrency, allow me to proceed to put the question and invite you to vote. Very well. I will now proceed to put the question. That notwithstanding the resolution of the Senate made on the 15th of February 2024, approval of the Senate calendar pursuant to Standing Order 32-4, the Senate resolves to extend the recess as to resume regular sittings on Tuesday, 17th of September 2024, and that the Senate calendar regular sessions for the third session 2024 be altered accordingly. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Aye. Will as many as of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. Next order. Now, honorable senators, as communicated at the beginning, we are now proceeding to the pre-hearing meeting, which is a closed session. And therefore, at this juncture, I will request members of the public and the media to withdraw from the chamber, and that live broadcast ceases forthwith. Sergeant at Arms kindly confirm that is complied with, and once it's complied with, we will proceed with the closed session.